Hello, everyone. This is Archer Investing. There's been a lot of changes into my portfolio over this past week. One of them being me depositing over $10,000 into this account. And then today, kind of a surprise swing here. I was expecting the market to turn red today, just given the news that happened over the weekend with the US and Iran not being able to reach on a deal. But I guess there was some um, positive news that came out of it. And I'm assuming that investors are betting on, the whole Iran war resolution getting resolved pretty soon. At least that's what it seems right now. The portfolio is up over 6% in total, including overnight, for a total of like over $4,500. So that puts my portfolio at $79,310. And this move today was pretty big because not going to year to date, I'm up a total of 7.69%. And with that, I'm officially beating the S&P 500 again. So that's pretty nice. Well, anyways, let's get to the portfolio update. I have a lot of top movers right here. So I have Irene, SoFi, and a new position here, Coinbase. I only have one share, but still nice. For the buying power, 56,000. It's a lot, but most of it's margin. I only have about $400 in cash. I did take some profits on some of the margin plays that I did make, and I'll go over that as well. But first things first, options here. I have MicroStrategy $160 call. I think I'm down now. Oh, I'm barely up about $5 in this position, but it expires pretty soon, so I don't think that will get called out. MSTR $165 call. This is for May 8th. And due to the overnight, I am down in this position as well. Irene, I rolled this position, I believe. Yeah, I rolled it. I took like a little bit of a loss, but that's okay because I wanted to keep the stock a little bit longer. Just because I did feel like the bullish sentiment was coming back, and I was right for right now at least. So this is a $50 call right here, sell call. I'm down a lot of money, 178%. Not down technically, but I guess you could say down. Unless it goes over 50, then I'll lose some profits, but technically I won't lose money on this position. Kind of a new position here. SoFi $15 calls, leaps right here. I'm up a total of $64 on the simulated returns right now. My strategy here is come earnings season, I am planning just to sell this off on this position. And then for my other SoFi $20 call here, the one I have 5 contracts on, I may do the same thing, or I may hold it closer towards the end of the year. And then hopefully, it gets on the S&P 500 or something like that. Visa, I bought another leap on Visa, $335 call right here. I am down $3,696. But I'm also betting on earnings season. Hopefully, Visa's nice to me this year. Amazon, this one's doing pretty well right now. Amazon $240 call. I am up 41%. I was debating about taking profits. Let me know what you guys think, but I'm thinking of holding it past earnings just because I do think Amazon will hit maybe like 250, 255 after the earnings. Here in stocks ETFs, still holding JEPI, Q, VOO, QQQM. Not really much of an update there. Just about 5 shares. VOO. It's been up about 5% in the past week. QQQM up about 5.5%. SoFi, finally up on SoFi right here for a total of $44.68. I was also thinking of selling calls on this position as well before the market closed. But now I was thinking about earnings season as well, and I was just thinking that maybe just holding it, just because looking at how much money to make on the sell call section right here, it's not really worth it in my opinion. especially because I do have a feeling that SoFi will jump a decent amount and I'll miss on more profits. I think the better plan is for me to hold during earnings and the day after sell some calls and then maybe sell the 50 shares here and then put them somewhere else. Visa, bought more shares of Visa, a little bit more aggressive with the $10,000. I am up $96 today in total return. Visa's been kind of going up and down this past week. It was up to 309, went down all the way to like 302. Yeah, 302. It went back up. Amazon's been going pretty crazy this past week, up a total of 14.63%. I'm still slowly buying into this position. I wish I would have bought more, but I focused on Amazon a little bit too much and other stocks. But I'm still up 16.6%, 0.16% for a total of $200 plus. Same deal with American Express. I have another share coming in. Not another share. I bought another share. Dividend still waiting to hit my account. But yeah, I wish I would have bought more in this position as well. Just because it is up 8%, but it's okay. I'll be holding that just for the longer term still. UNH is up pretty nice still today. Have a total of 4.65 shares. Total return 181. Gonna keep holding that as well. And I think in my opinion, SoFi, Visa, Amazon, American Express, and UNH are going to be some of my longer term holds. I'm not married to these stocks, but I do plan to hold them for like a longer term compared to some of the other trades I'll show you guys later that are more like swing trades. MSTR, it's kind of in the middle between them. I'm just hoping for another run on MSTR. I don't expect a big bull run how it was in 2025 when it reached over like 450. Yeah, like 450. But a run up to like 250 or something would be nice. I'll maybe take some profits there and then maybe like sell half the shares or maybe do like an aggressive sell call on one of them. And then if it gets called out, then it gets called out. But yeah, MSTR right here, 200 shares, average cost of 147, still down 8.64% for a total of minus $2,551. MSTR had a pretty nice run today as well. Up $3.73 on today's market and then $2.43 on the overnight. So that's pretty nice. Microsoft, bought a couple more shares of Microsoft with the 10 grand as well. Microsoft's at 387, almost 8 shares, up a total of $94.87. Average cost of $3.75. I will still be buying into Microsoft. I believe I'm daily buying on this stock as well. And I'm also daily buying on each and every one of these stocks except for SoFi, I believe. Yeah, except for SoFi. But I am buying on Visa, all the ETFs. Yeah, all the ETFs and all that as well. And then I think MSTR I'm not. Yeah. But yeah, that's Microsoft. Nike, have 50 shares. Ironically, I was thinking about selling Nike back on Friday, just because I felt like I was had money everywhere and wanted to, do some swing trades and then maybe do like some sell calls. And I feel like Nike was not a good swing trade play. It was more like a long-term play. I think I probably should have just bought it later. And if I would have done that, I would have made more profits than I made today. But it's fine because I was planning to use those shares and then place it to Oracle, which I already sold today. And I'll show you guys that. Irene's went up pretty nice today, over 11%. $43.69. Average cost of $41. Up 6.56% for a total of $269. I do have a play that I am thinking about doing with Irene with my margin, but let me know what you guys think. I'll show you guys that later. And then Coinbase, 1 share. I kind of just bought the 1 share just to like have more visuals on it. And I do have like a little like swing trades right here. So I have Oracle, Irene, and Coinbase. So I had 21 shares of Oracle. Still have a dividend coming in for that I sold right here. Yeah, 21 shares, sold them, made a quick profit. And I sold them at 150. So about right here in the morning when I was at work. Sold them because I knew I was going to be busy at work and probably wouldn't have a chance to do it again. And then it jumped up to even hit 160 on the aftermarket. But jumped up to right here, like 155. Could have sold it there, made another, I don't know, $100 or something like that. But that's okay. Some profit's better than no profit. So I'm okay with that. But yeah, so here's some of my swing trades that I'm doing. Coinbase might be one. Maybe just buying 100 shares and then selling a call just because I do like the stock. I don't mind owning it, but I do see a profit opportunity on this one. Irene as well. Well, I'm currently doing, sell calls on Irene. And then Oracle, I sold a leap on it. I think I talked about it on my first episode where I sold a leap on it, made about $750. And then if I go to my profits right here. So the Oracle, the 115 puts, I bought them back, made a profit of $574. So if I would have waited too, this would have hit over 600. And then the Oracle sell right here, I would have made another 100. So that would have been like 330. And then if you notice here, I sold my Meta as well, just because I felt like I was buying too much of every little stock. I kind of wanted to be everywhere at once, but it would be hard to sell calls on Meta. So I sold it. Maybe it'll bite me later. But oh well. But yeah, so the Irene play that I'm thinking about doing is using my margin. Might not be the smartest play. But to sell like a $30 put expiring January 15, 2027, just to collect the premium, maybe sell like 4 of them and then use that money to buy more shares. But right now, I don't think it's a good time just because Irene is up right now. I'm hoping that tomorrow there's a little bit of I guess you could say like a correction where it starts going down to maybe like the 40s right here. And then that's when I will start possibly selling the puts, the leap puts, I guess you could say. And then that way I could have some cash. And then if Irene makes another jump up, then I'll sell it again. Buy it again. And then make some quick profit. Kind of the same thing I did with Oracle. But Oracle, I think I executed it too early. I should have just waited towards the end of the day and that would have made some more money. But yeah. This concludes my portfolio update. Let me know where you guys are investing, any trades that you guys are doing, or any strategies you guys have been doing for this market. This market's been kind of crazy. It's kind of the reason why I pulled out of Oracle, just because it's so unpredictable. Guessing by the news over the weekend, right, how negotiations didn't go well. Some things were talked about in a good way, but overall, the negotiations failed. You would think that the market would go down, but with this type of market, bad news could lead to uptrends and good news could lead to downtrends. It's kind of weird. But yeah, that's kind of my thought process on why I got out some of the positions. I figured to take profit just because the last time they went up like this, I didn't take any profit.